Winning the SEOAL title is something Gallia Academy knows all too well. But if the Blue Devils wanted to repeat as champions this year, tonight's game against Warren was a must-win. This showdown was the battle of the teams in blue. And we now welcome SEOAL reporter Brad Friedman. Now, Brad, we know that this game was really, really big, especially for both of these teams.
Sorry, Keith. Coming into this game, even the fourth-place Warren Warriors had a chance to win the SEOAL title, but they had to go against the Gallia Academy team that put up 55 points last week and had its sights set on its first place in the conference. Now, it was a cold night in Gallipolis, and the Blue Devils were heavily favored. But hey, Keith, don't tell that to the Warren Warriors.
Hey, it ain't over to the fat lady singing.
Now, it looked like as if their first drive would end in a punt, Warren, but they would. Austin Clintworth would throw a fake punt pass to Jake Powell for 8 yards. The drive would keep going. 6 plays later, Clintworth would roll out to his left, find Dave Ryan for a 29-yard touchdown, putting Warren up 7-0. Clintworth had 149 yards on the evening. In the ensuing Gallia Academy drive, Wade Gerald tries to get something going, but he is stuffed on 4th and 1. Ball goes back to Warren. Now, early in the second quarter, Warren's still up 7-0, and the Blue Devil offense really needs a spark, and they would get it right here on this Logan Allison 69-yard touchdown. Things are tied up at 7. Gerald had 182 yards on the night. And after Warren 4-0, Eric Ward would get the ball and you cough it up. Warren would recover it on their own 40, and they would take advantage of the good field position 2 plays later when Jared Isner punches it in from 15 yards out. He had 149 yards on the evening, putting Warren up 14-7. Keith, it really isn't over until the Pat Lady sings, right?
I don't think she's singing quite yet.
Now, Wade Gerald connects with Seth Atkins on a big 25-yard gain, but that drive would also stall. Gallia coaching staff really trying to get the offense fired up. They really need a spark, but at the end of the first half, they would get that spark when Wade Gerald takes it for a 38-yard touchdown, tying things up at 14. He had 98 yards on the ground tonight. However, in the second half, Logan Allison's 85-yard kickoff return touchdown would be Gallia Academy's only points in the second half, and Isner would go on to tack on another touchdown for the Warren Warriors. They get the upset, going to Gallia Academy 31-21.
Wow, a huge win for Warren. Many didn't expect this, Brad.
Well, it really comes down to that defense. They were making Wade Gerald uncomfortable all night, forcing unnecessary errors and penalties, and he was able to get out of the pocket a couple times to make a few plays, but he was really contained. And to limit this offense to no points in the second half, that's really no easy task, Keith.
Now, Brad, elsewhere in the SEOAL, there's some big changes coming. What can you tell us?
Well, Keith, effective in 2015, Portsmouth will no longer be a member of the SEOAL. Since joining the league in 2006, they've had to travel between 50 and 120 miles for conference games. In addition, the Ohio Valley Conference, where they're moving, will make them more competitive in all sports. But back to this game, huge win for the Warren Warriors.
A big win indeed. Thanks a lot, Brad.